Okay, this is the second video on the second part of the equation of a line. In this worksheet, I'll try to find it and put it on to an email. I'm going to use this one to illustrate how to graph the line without having to do the calculations using the equation. But here, the y equals m is the slope, and x times x minus b, and the b is the y-intercept. Well, what does that mean? Well, here you have y equals 1 over 4 times x minus 1. So the negative 1 here, that's where the line, when you graph it on here, the line's going across this y-axis. So I'm going to go down to negative 1. That's where the line's going across. And then the slope is going to be, remember, the top is y and the bottom is x. Okay, so that means the slope of the line is going to be 1 up on the y and then 1, 2, 3, 4 over on the x. So therefore it's 1 over 4. Okay, and now I got 2 points. Now I don't have to do any of the math. I don't have to do any of the calculating. All I got to do is now connect those 2 points and draw my line. Okay, and that would be that if you did all the math and you kept changing the x and then finding the y, every little spot will land on this line. And you can see here, you could do it just by using the 2 symbols here. Okay, just like here, let's jump over here to number 4. Number 4 here, it says y equals 4 over 3 times x minus 4. Well, the minus 4 is going to be the y-intercept, where the y line is going to be crossed by the graphing line, or the y-axis is going to be crossed by the graph line. So if I go negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's where the line is going to cross the y-axis. And then the slope is going to be 4 over 3. Now remember, y is the 4 and x is the 3. So therefore the y, I go positive 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and then the x is going to be 1, 2, 3 to the right. And now I got my 2 points. So now I can graph, where's my ruler? Here it is. I can graph going across like this. Okay, and I didn't have to do the calculating. And there's my line. I can check with the answer key. I think it's underneath here. Yeah, you can see here, yep, the 2 lines, whoops, you can't see, but the 2 lines are the same. Okay, and you can see the top first one. I don't know if you can. Yep, I did the first one correct. Okay, so rather than having to make that T-chart and do the numbers, if you have the slope and you have the place where the y is crossed, well then you can just graph it out using that information. Okay, well what about this one? If I have y equals negative x plus 2, well that plus 2, that's going to be the y-intercept. Okay, so that means the y is going to cross at 1, 2, at positive 2 here. But negative x, remember, negative x is really negative 1x. Well, how can that be a slope with just one number? Well, remember, 1 can be written as a fraction as 1 over 1. So it could be negative 1 over 1. So now I have my slope. So here, negative x is actually 1x, which is the same as 1 over 1. So this will be my y, and this will be my x. So therefore, here the slope is negative 1 on the y, and then positive 1 on the x. Negative 1 on the y, and positive 1 on the x. And if I just keep doing that, you can see the line forming. So I can connect my dots. If I could do a better job on this one, just like this here. Okay, if I check, you can see where it's going. Does it match up? Yay, I did it right. Okay, so you can see this here tells you where the line is going across the y. That's why they call it the y-intercept. And m is the slope. Okay, it'll tell you how many up and to the side that the slope will be. Just like, let's do one more. Let's do, let's go down to number 5. Okay, so here I got y equals negative 3x minus 3. So the negative 3 here tells me where the y is going to get crossed. So here I go 1, 2, 3 is going to cross right here at the negative 3. And then the slope, well here I got negative 3x. Well, negative 3 is the same as negative 3 over 1. So here this is the y and this is the x. So I got 1, 2, 3 and then 1 over. Okay, and remember from the other lesson, I can also go 3, negative 1. So if I go 1, 2, 3 up, did I do that wrong? I think I did the first one wrong. Negative, yeah, I went negative 1 rather than positive 1. So this one would be negative 3, 1, 2, 3 down, and then positive 1 over. Okay, so that's bad. And this one would be positive 1, 2, 3 up, and then negative 1 over. There, that makes sense. There's my line right there. Okay, so yeah, I made a mistake there. I went negative 1. Saw that? I went to the negative x rather than the positive x. So here, no editing. Just keep going here and draw the line. And see if it matches up my answer. Yay. All right. And then one last one. I'll do number 3 real quick. Okay, here I got plus 1. I got y equals x plus 1. So the y is going to cross at plus 1 here. The line is going to cross the y-axis at plus 1. And then just an x, well remember x is actually 1x, which is 1 over 1. So it's going to be up y1 and over x1, positive 1. So y and then x1. y1, x1. Or if I go negative, negative, I go negative 1, negative x, negative y, negative x. You can see it forms my line there. So I can draw my line. And here you can see I'm just using the equation to figure out where the line is. So I don't have to do that calculating. And let's see if I'm right. Yep, I'm right. Okay, so now I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do a video C here. But if they give you the line, can you write the equation now? You should be. With that information, you should be able to look at this line and actually write the equation. So I'm going to do a separate video for that one.